Life is not a straight line. It's not a clear path with flashing signs telling you where to go. It's a series of intersections, moments, and decisions that will test who you are and what you're willing to become. Every single choice you make has weight. It carries power. It carries consequence. And the truth is, whether you see it today or 10 years from now, those choices will define your destiny. See, destiny is not something that just falls out of the sky. It's not handed down like a gift with your name already on it. No, destiny is built. It is carved. It is written with the pen of your decisions and the ink of your discipline. People talk about luck, about chances, about waiting for the right time. But the truth is, the right time is the moment you decide to act. The right time is the moment you make a choice to step forward, to rise above fear, and to take ownership of your life. Now, here's the thing about choices. They don't always scream. They don't always announce themselves. Sometimes they whisper. Sometimes they're quiet. A choice to stay in bed or get up early. A choice to study when nobody is watching. A choice to walk away from the crowd that's leading you nowhere. These small, silent decisions are what build the foundation of your future. They may seem invisible today, but they will show up later in your character, in your success, in your destiny. And don't be fooled. Choices are not easy. They come with pressure, with temptation, with obstacles. The easy road will always be there, paved, smooth, and filled with distractions. But the easy road rarely takes you where you were born to be. The hard road, the uphill climb, the sacrifices you make, that's where destiny is shaped. That's where greatness is forged. Think about it. Every champion you've ever admired, every leader you've ever respected, every story of success you've ever heard, it all comes down to choices. Not just one big choice, but thousands of small ones. The choice to be disciplined, the choice to be consistent, the choice to keep going when quitting feels easier, the choice to believe in yourself when doubt is screaming in your ear. Your destiny is not waiting somewhere far away. It's right here, hidden in your daily decisions. It's in what you choose to say yes to, and more importantly, what you choose to say no to. Because not every opportunity is meant for you, not every voice deserves your attention, and not every road will take you to the future you were created for. So if you want to know your destiny, don't look too far ahead. Look at your choices today. Look at how you think, how you move, how you react when nobody is clapping for you. That's where the story is being written. That's where your future is being designed. Small daily decisions create the foundation of your future, and the truth is, most people underestimate the weight of these tiny choices. They think destiny is written in the big, dramatic moments. The job interview, the championship game, the final exam, the speech in front of thousands. But the reality is, those moments are simply the results of every decision that came before them. The way you wake up, the way you treat people, the way you choose to use your time when nobody is watching. Those are the bricks that build the road to your future. You may not see it now, because the results don't show up overnight. But every small decision is like a seed being planted. One day, those seeds will grow, and you'll either be standing in a field of opportunity or a garden of regret, depending on what you chose to plant. Think about the choice to get up early and use that time wisely. It might not feel like it changes much in the moment. You wake up, you read, you train, you study, and no one is clapping, no one is noticing. But do that for weeks, months, years, and suddenly you're ahead of the pack. Suddenly you've created momentum that others can't see but can feel. And the person who chose to hit the snooze button every day, the one who thought 1 hour of sleep wouldn't matter, begins to see the distance between your life and theirs. That's the power of daily decisions. They compound, they stack, they separate the committed from the casual. Now, daily choices don't just build your skills, they build your character. Every time you decide to be honest when lying feels easier, you strengthen your integrity. Every time you choose to work when no one is checking, you build trust within yourself. These are decisions that nobody applauds, but they are the ones that make you who you are. Character isn't built in a spotlight. It's built in silence, when you're faced with small tests of will, and you decide to do the right thing. That's why the people you admire, the ones who stand tall in tough times, didn't just appear that way. They were built decision by decision, day by day, moment by moment. It's also important to realize that the little things you ignore eventually become the big things that control you. That snack you eat when you're not hungry, that hour wasted scrolling, that time you said, "I'll do it tomorrow," they don't seem like much on their own, but string enough of them together, and they form a pattern, and patterns create habits, and habits define your future. You cannot escape the weight of your own daily choices. They follow you, they shape you, they either push you forward or pull you back. What you tolerate in your small decisions will eventually show up in your big results. Every successful person you've ever studied or admired understood this truth. Athletes don't just win games, they win mornings. Artists don't just paint masterpieces, they paint every single day. Leaders don't just make big speeches, they practice listening, learning, and improving in the quiet moments long before anyone put a microphone in front of them. The spotlight only reveals what daily decisions have already built. That's why if you want to shape your destiny, you must look closely at the small, ordinary decisions you make every single day, because those are the ones that will build the extraordinary future you dream about. The hardest choices often lead to the greatest rewards, and that is the truth most people run from. See, everybody wants success, everybody wants fulfillment, everybody wants to reach the top of the mountain, but very few are willing to make the hard choices it takes to get there. The reason is simple: hard choices require sacrifice. They demand you give up comfort, they demand you face fear, they demand you stand alone when the crowd is walking in the opposite direction. The hardest choices are the ones that separate the ordinary from the extraordinary, the dreamers from the doers, the ones who talk about it from the ones who actually live it. Think about it. Choosing to stay disciplined when your friends are out partying, choosing to work on your craft when others are distracted, choosing to keep faith when everything in front of you looks like failure. Those are not easy choices. They hurt in the moment, they test your resolve, they feel like you're walking through fire, but that fire, that struggle, that resistance is what shapes you into something stronger. It is the hard choices that push you into growth, and growth is the only road to reward. The easy road will always be there, smooth and inviting. It promises comfort. It promises rest. It promises you won't have to struggle. But the easy road never leads to greatness. It never produces character. It never brings out the best in you. The easy road keeps you average, and average has never changed the world. The hard road, the one with obstacles, the one with doubts, the one that demands more of you than you think you have to give, that's where the greatest rewards lie. Because it's only by enduring the difficulty of the journey that you can appreciate the value of the destination. Every success story you've ever admired is built on hard choices. The choice to sacrifice today's pleasure for tomorrow's purpose. The choice to push through pain instead of stopping at the first sign of discomfort. The choice to believe in a vision no one else can see. Greatness doesn't come from easy decisions. It comes from the hard ones that require courage, persistence, and a refusal to settle. Look at the champions, the innovators, the leaders. They all faced crossroads where the easy option was right in front of them, but they chose the hard path. They chose the one that demanded more, and in return, it gave them more than they ever imagined. What makes hard choices powerful is not just the outcome, but the transformation that happens in the process. When you choose the hard road, you're not just moving toward a goal. You're becoming the kind of person who can handle it. Every difficult decision you make shapes your resilience, your discipline, your patience, your ability to withstand pressure. And when you build those qualities, you unlock rewards that go far beyond material success. You gain confidence in yourself. You gain peace knowing you didn't take shortcuts. You gain strength that nobody can take from you. The greatest rewards don't come from luck, chance, or shortcuts. They come from the person who is willing to take the difficult road, to endure the struggle, to choose what is right over what is easy. That's the real test of destiny. When faced with a decision that scares you, challenges you, forces you to step outside your comfort zone, that's the choice that carries the reward you've been praying for. And when you finally reach that point, when the reward is in your hands, you'll understand why the hard road was necessary. It wasn't just about getting what you wanted. It was about becoming who you were meant to be. Discipline and consistency are the true architects of destiny, and without them, all the dreams, all the talent, All the ambition in the world will collapse before they ever become reality. Discipline is the decision to do what must be done even when you don't feel like it. Consistency is the commitment to keep doing it again and again until it becomes part of who you are. Together, they form the foundation that every great life is built upon. You can have vision, you can have goals, you can have big ideas, but without the daily discipline to act on them and the consistency to keep showing up, destiny will remain nothing more than a fantasy. Discipline is not glamorous. It doesn't shine in the spotlight. It happens in the quiet hours when nobody is watching. It shows up when the alarm clock rings before sunrise, when your body says no, but your purpose says yes. Discipline is choosing long-term success over short-term comfort. It's denying yourself the easy way out, the quick fix, the tempting distraction. Every time you exercise discipline, you're casting a vote for the person you want to become. And over time, those votes add up to a version of you that is stronger, sharper, more prepared to handle the challenges life throws your way. Consistency is where most people fail because motivation is temporary. You can get motivated for a day, a week, even a month, but motivation fades when the excitement wears off. Consistency doesn't rely on feelings, it relies on commitment. It's about showing up every single day, whether you're inspired or not, whether you're tired or energized, whether people are cheering you on or ignoring you. It's about putting in the work, stacking small wins, building habits so strong that they carry you even on the days when your willpower is weak. Consistency is not about perfection, it's about persistence. Missing one day doesn't ruin you, but refusing to get back on track will. Think about it. The greatest athletes don't become champions by practicing once in a while. They train every single day, rain or shine, win or lose. The most successful entrepreneurs don't build empires by working when it's convenient. They grind day in and day out, staying consistent through failures, setbacks, and disappointments. Discipline is what gets you started, but consistency is what keeps you in the game long enough to win. That's why the combination of both is so powerful. They guarantee progress. Destiny is not one giant leap. It's a collection of small steps taken consistently over time. Every disciplined decision to get up early, to work harder, to resist distraction, to stay focused. Those steps create momentum. That momentum grows into habits. Those habits create results. And those results, stacked one on top of the other, shape the life you were meant to live. People look at the end result and call it success. But the truth is, success is simply discipline and consistency repeated until the world can no longer ignore the results. Without discipline, you give in to excuses. Without consistency, you never build momentum. Together, they are the architects, the builders of your future. They design the structure of your destiny, brick by brick, day by day. And when you look back years from now, you'll see that it wasn't the big, dramatic moments that shaped your life the most. It was the countless small, disciplined, consistent choices that created the destiny you were always meant to walk into. Saying no is just as powerful as saying yes, because every decision you make is not only about what you choose to accept, but also about what you choose to reject. Too many people believe that success comes from grabbing every opportunity, saying yes to everything, and trying to please everyone. But the truth is, destiny is shaped by the boundaries you set, and the discipline you show when you refuse what does not align with your purpose. Every time you say no to distraction, no to temptation, no to negativity, you are protecting your future. You are preserving your energy, your time, your focus, and investing it only in what truly matters. Think about it. Every yes is a commitment. When you say yes to staying out late, you're saying no to waking up with energy the next morning. When you say yes to wasting hours scrolling, you're saying no to progress on your goals. When you say yes to the wrong people, you're saying no to growth, because the wrong company can pull you away from your path. Life is not just about what you agree to do, it's about what you choose not to do. The ability to say no is not weakness, it's strength. It means you value your destiny enough to guard it from anything that threatens to derail it. The world will test you with options, opportunities that look good on the surface, but carry hidden costs. Invitations that feel exciting but lead to wasted time. Voices that sound convincing but lead you off course. If you don't learn to say no, you'll end up scattered, drained, and further away from where you were meant to be. Destiny requires focus, and focus requires the courage to decline what is not aligned with your mission. Every no you speak is really a yes to something greater. Saying no to procrastination is saying yes to discipline. Saying no to fear is saying yes to courage. Saying no to mediocrity is saying yes to excellence. Saying no also teaches you self-respect. When you decline what does not serve you, you send a message to yourself that your life, your dreams, your time have value. Too often, people say yes out of guilt, out of pressure, out of fear of disappointing others, and in the process, they disappoint themselves. But the people who shape their destiny are not afraid to stand firm. They're not afraid to walk away. They're not afraid to miss out on things that don't contribute to their growth, because they understand that real success is not about being everywhere. It's about being in the right place, doing the right thing, with the right intention. The power of no is also the power of clarity. When you strip away the noise, the distractions, the unnecessary commitments, you create space for your purpose to breathe. You create room for focus, for excellence, for greatness. Some of the most important breakthroughs in life come not from saying yes to more, but from saying no to less. It's in the refusal to settle, the rejection of shortcuts, the denial of things that waste your potential, that destiny begins to take shape. Destiny is not built by chance encounters or random choices. It is built by intentional decisions, and the most intentional decision you can make is to guard your path by knowing when to say no. Every no becomes a brick in the wall that protects your dream. Every no becomes a filter that separates what is valuable from what is worthless. Every no strengthens your focus, your direction, and your ability to give your best to the things that deserve your yes. Destiny is not found. It is built through intentional choices, and that truth is what separates those who drift through life from those who take control of it. Too many people are waiting for destiny to arrive, as if it is some hidden treasure buried in the ground, waiting to be stumbled upon by accident. But destiny does not work like that. It is not discovered by chance. It is created by design. Every intentional choice you make, every deliberate step you take, is shaping the story of your life. You are not a passenger waiting to see where the road leads. You are the one laying down the road as you walk. Intentional choices are not random. They are decisions made with clarity, decisions made with vision, decisions made with purpose. When you live with intention, you are not just reacting to life, you are directing it. You are not just moving with the current, you are steering the ship. And that requires awareness of who you are, where you want to go, and what it will take to get there. Without that awareness, choices become scattered, and scattered choices create a scattered destiny. But when your decisions are aligned with your vision, every action builds momentum in the right direction. Building destiny through intentional choices means you understand the power of direction over speed. Too many people rush without thinking, chasing quick wins, temporary highs, and fleeting opportunities. They are moving fast but going nowhere. Intentional choices slow you down long enough to ask, is this the right path? Is this the right move? Does this bring me closer to who I want to be? That kind of clarity ensures that your effort is not wasted, because every step you take has meaning. It's not about how fast you build, but how strong and steady the foundation is. Every intentional choice also demands responsibility. It's easy to blame circumstances, to point fingers, to say life handed you the wrong cards. But when you accept that destiny is built, not found, you also accept that you are the builder. You can't control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond, how you prepare, how you move forward. Intentional choices mean refusing to live as a victim and deciding to live as a creator. They mean looking at obstacles not as dead ends, but as opportunities to grow stronger. Destiny is shaped by the small choices as much as the big ones. Choosing to read instead of wasting hours on distraction. Choosing to invest in your health instead of ignoring it. Choosing to surround yourself with people who push you higher instead of those who drag you down. These are not glamorous decisions, but they are intentional ones. And over time, they add up to a destiny that reflects the discipline, vision, and courage you carried inside of you all along. The big achievements people will one day admire in your life will simply be the harvest of the seeds you intentionally planted every single day. When you live with intention, even setbacks become part of your building process. Failure doesn't destroy you because you chose to learn from it. Disappointments don't break you because you chose to see them as redirection. Each decision, each intentional step, becomes part of the architecture of your destiny. And when you keep making choices that honor your vision, choices that align with your values, choices that strengthen your character, you begin to see that destiny is not something waiting for you at the finish line. It is something you are constructing with your own hands, one choice at a time.